This is Joe at domainacademy.com, and today I want to talk with you about saving money with Afternic commissions. One of the things that we've talked about on several of our podcast episodes, and also we talked about through Domain Academy, is how to save money selling your names through Afternic. I want to show you a couple tips and tricks for best practices on how to do that. But before we jump into how to save money, let's go over what the average cost is so that you know how to be able to reduce that. Standard commissions on Afternic are 30% if you're opted into Boost with a $15 minimum. And remember that because no matter what we do to change the commission structure on your sales, $15 is always going to be the minimum price. So 30% represents the 25% Afternic commission plus a 5% to opt into Boost. Now, Boost gives you a wide range of benefits. You can go to Boost, and if you want to find out what you're signed up for, you go into your Afternic account. As long as you're logged in, you go to Settings, Afternic Boost, and it will show you the standard benefits and the Boost benefits and what plan you're signed up for. You can see that I am currently signed up for the Afternic Boost plan. So when we look at the Boost benefit, I'm at 30%. But if I point my name servers for the name that I have listed for sale to GoDaddy, so you could see it would be like ns1.afternic.com and ns2.afternic.com or ns1.unregistrymarket.link. So you could see if you're using any of these supported name servers, you're going to get a 10% commission. So now we're already down to 20%. If you have Boost and you're pointing your name servers to us, you're going to get 20% instead of 30%. We're going to do some quick math. If I sold a name for $1,000 and had a 30% commission, you'll see that I would net $700. So that's without my name servers pointed there. Make sure my name servers are pointed there, which is also going to give you the for sale lander, which is important. And now I'm going to net $800, right? So that's a much bigger percentage in my pocket. But we can save you even more money than that. I'm going to show you one way today and another way tomorrow. There's another way that you can save money that people often overlook, and that's through our lease to own. Now, lease to own has been shown to accelerate sales. So we've seen people with lease to own make more sales than if they did not have lease to own enabled on their domains. So it helps you not only to sell more names, but it also helps you to save commission. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make. We tend to think in terms of years, right? So if I wanted to do 12 months and I set my lease to own for 12 months, what I would wind up with is no commission discount at all. If I went for an extra month, which is something I'm going to have to Andrew Holloman for putting this out originally on domainnameWire.com, adding that extra month gives them a little bit more time to pay, but it also gives me a 5% discount. So instead of 12 months, if I just change to 13, I'm going to save 5% total commission. So that means that if I had that 20% commission, now I only have to pay 15% commission. And if I had 30%, now I'm paying 25. And if I had a longer lease to own period and I had it anywhere from 25 to 36 months, I now get a 10% commission discount. So that'll drop that 20% commission discount that we originally discussed down to 10%. And I can even get up to 15% off if I go for longer than 3 years, anywhere from 37 to 60 months. So that has a huge potential. And what most people do, myself included, so I have very short lease to owns offered in here, but I wanted to show you that I've got some that are 12 months. And so what I'm doing is I'm leaving a lot of money on the table because I can come in here and I can just change this to 13 months. And now all of a sudden I'm saving 5% on my final price. So if I were to sell this for $2,000, remember I've got my name servers pointed here with Boost, so that's 20%. So I net about $1,600 after fees, and I can save an extra 5% on that. So you're looking at another $100 in my pocket just by changing that 1 month. And if I wanted to do this at a longer, let's say I had a $5,000 domain and I wanted to change that, I would want to change it to 37 months. So now I'm in that 15% discount. And of the 20% I have to pay, now I only have to pay a 5% commission on this. So it takes it down dramatically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that we did it for 37 months. So if I had a $3,000 lease to own and I did it for 37 months, then I would be only charged 5%. So I'm going to charge this 0.95 would be my net, and I would walk away with $2,850. And let's compare that real quick with 36 months. So if I were to do that same sale, but I didn't get that additional 5% off, I'm going to lose $150, right? So it's worth just adding that extra month in to save more money in commission. If you're already interested in doing 12 months, why not do 13? What I had it set up at was $19.99, and I had it at 12. We're going to change it to 13, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that $19.99 in. It was going to be 20%, so we're going to multiply by 0.8, and you can see it's $15.99, so almost $1,600, right, and change. And we're going to do that same math again for 1 extra month. I'm going to save 5%, and now I'm up to $14.99. That's a pretty significant savings for just adding 1 month. So again, these are paid over time, so this would be divided by 13 equal payments. So I would be getting $115.32 every month for 13 months, which gives me a whole extra month of pay. And that 13 month is basically just free extra money that I just saved in commission. So if you are able to stretch out your payments for an extra month on lease to own, you can almost eliminate completely your commissions. Something that I wanted to point out, it's frequently overlooked, and I hope that it helps you to save money.